Hey, welcome in. It is a beautiful day out here. We're having a warm up. It's going to be 53 degrees tomorrow. So, if I can't be ice skating, I might as well be outside soaking up some sunshine with my magenta color therapy glasses. I'm going to dive right into the messages. They're showing me a story of the next chapter that we're in, and I'm just going to dive in. You've taken a new job. You've been hired into an art gallery, and it's called Life is a Work of Art Gallery, and it's your first day, and you're going through orientation of life at the Work of Art Gallery, and you walk in the door and it is just this calming yet inspiring environment. People are just doing their thing. There's music, there's art getting created, there's woodworking, there's people dancing. It's just everybody's in their vibe. And the owner of the gallery explains to you, like, okay, yeah, you can do whatever you want here. And you're like, well, is there certain hours? And they're like, be available at any time, day or night, like for inspiration to come in. But like, if you don't thrive in a set structure of time, then no, like you can just come and go. And you're like, well, why would people come to work then? And then you realize the people are there because they're inspired, because they were called into work. And they go on to explain the commission. You're like, well, how much does this job pay? And they say, well, whatever you want. You're like, what do you mean, whatever I want? Like, I can decide how much I make. Like, there's not like a table I gotta go by. You're like, well, no, it's just gonna be on commission. Whatever your work of art is valued at, you get to decide. But I mean, it's gonna be based on the energy you put into it. So everybody that you see here in the gallery are creating, and it's like this sea of offices with glass walls where you can see into each cubicle of people that are creating. And they say that, you get a piece of everybody else's creation. It benefits all of us. The entire gallery gets to benefit from whatever you're creating, but you get to benefit tenfold. You get the most from your willingness to show up and create at the gallery. And the cool thing is this eliminates all competition, because we're on the same team. And we all can benefit from one another. And there are times where you may need to take a break. And the great thing is that you've got other creators that are putting into the gallery that can feed all of us. But what you individually create, you get tenfold back. And you're like, I think I'm gonna like working at the Work of Art Gallery. I think this is my dream job. There's gotta be a catch, right? And they're like, well, no, you can leave, you can quit at any time. But there are other people like wanting this cubicle. We're always expanding for new artists, but there is a delay for openings, and it looks like you've been on this wait list for like 10 years. So, I don't know what to tell you. This is the ticket. This is the ticket you've been waiting for. If you don't want the job, that's okay. But understand that there's going to be plenty of people that want to step forward and take your place. And you're like, no, I'm in. Let's do this. Let's put me in my cubicle at the gallery. You're all here. We're all here in the same art gallery. We're on the same team. Another artist growth is celebrated. Your growth celebrated. There's no shame. There's no judgment. Now, you may witness other people's cubicles and what they're creating in there, and you're like, not really my thing, but I guess go do you. It's working. It's obviously working for some people. The other thing about the gallery is that the customers of the gallery are specifically matched for their perfect, unique artist. And so when you bear witness to another artist and their audience, even if it's not really your vibe, even if it's not a room you're interested in going in, more power to them. Because you also recognize only people that have passed the test get to work at the gallery. And if by chance someone slips through the door that shouldn't be there, someone gets in the gallery and they're tainted, if you will, what's going to happen is that's going to be reflected in their work. Only artists of pure intent will continue to be successful, will continue to thrive. And so there's also no need to police whatever someone else is doing at the gallery. Again, at the gallery, we're all on the same team. And so as you step into your role at the art gallery, you may be having these inspired ideas. And one of the first things that you have to decide is what category you're putting yourself in. You have tried on multiple characters in your art journey. And at the gallery, you're free to be whatever character you want to be. And it will be successful as long as you're fully present in it, as long as you're playing out that character with an open heart. As long as you don't identify with the character that you're playing. If you feel called one day to step forward and take on a teacher hat, if you feel you have a nugget of information that may help someone else learn, show up and be the teacher. But recognize that you're always the student. You're always the student. You're going to have seasons where stepping into being the teacher, but the learning never ends. And so one of the things that you may be reserved or hesitant about taking on a teacher role is you just feel like the more you know, the less you know, and you don't feel like you're in a position to be telling anybody else what they should do. And they're pointing out that the role of a teacher isn't to tell anyone what to do. The role is that you just show up with the knowledge that you hold, being it, and people take from it what they need. So if you're being called into a teacher role and you feel like, I don't really want to stand at the front of the class, I'd like to be in back doodling. Go doodle when you feel called to doodle. But understand, you're a multi-dimensional being here at the art gallery. You can change hats at any moment. You just step into a new character, a new way of being. And before anything gets to be sold at the gallery, it's got to go through the vibe check. Like you have to submit a ticket of intention of what's the purpose of this. And you also have to make sure it holds the frequency of how you want people to feel. You're exchanging every single time you bear witness to the gallery. It's an exchange. Every time you look someone in the eye, every time they touch you, every time they see your art, there's an exchange of energy. And so you want to ensure that the art that you create is something you want to consume. And it's also something that when someone else views it, they do get fed. And that doesn't mean there won't be moments where you're asked to paint in darker colors. But they're wanting you to be very intentional about when you pick up those dark crayons that you realize that there is a purpose to it, and the purpose is always to bring in more light, to ignite a spark, to open up an aha when it seems like the light has disappeared. So welcome aboard. Welcome to the Life's a Work of Art gallery. What are you going to create? I'm so excited to see it.